Good morning, students. Today I'm here to teach you the second part of the chapter called nutrition. In the first part of the chapter, last time we studied about the various nutrients, that is, about the proteins, the carbohydrates, the fats, the vitamins, and the roughage, and we learned about their uses in the human body. Today we're going to learn mainly about two diseases. They are kwashiorkor and marasmus. Okay, we're going to learn in detail about these two diseases and how they are caused. So we're going to study about the importance of proteins because these two diseases, kwashiorkor and marasmus, is caused by the deficiency of proteins in our body, in the body of the child. So the need for proteins, especially when a growing age of the child, when the child is very young, that is from the moment the child is born till about 4 to 5 years of age is a very crucial stage where the child's body is growing rapidly. So the child needs essentially proteins at this point of time. Deficiency of proteins can cause these two diseases. So we are here, we'll study about this in detail from our PPT. The deficiency of proteins, it leads to weakness. Okay, in certain cases, it might lead to diseases like kwashiorkor and marasmus. So these are the two diseases which are there for you in your syllabus to be studied in detail. The proteins are found in meat, fish, eggs, nuts, peas, beans, etc. So where do we get these proteins from? Essentially from meat, fish, eggs. Okay, that's the case of non-vegetarian items. In the case of vegetarians, we can get it from the nuts, we can get it from peas, we can get it from beans, even from the dals and other lentils we can get. So these are the two characteristics of the diseases. This child is suffering from kwashiorkor and this child is suffering from marasmus. Okay, now we'll study in detail. Okay, now we studying essentially about kwashiorkor. Okay, now this kwashiorkor, it is mainly found in parts of Africa. Okay, so this word is kwashiorkor is an essentially a African word. Okay, in India it is also known as sukha rog. Okay, it is found in parts of interior parts of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, etc. Now, why is this caused? It is caused by severe protein deficiency affecting the baby at a very early age. Okay, now why does this happen? Mostly it is found when there is the birth of another baby immediately after the baby is born. Okay, if there's birth, another second birth, so that time the mother has to feed the new baby and she weans the baby from her breast milk. Okay, so the baby suffers from deficiency of proteins which are essentially there in the mother's milk. If the baby is given food, and when the baby is, this is known as a weaning period, when the baby is deprived of the mother's milk, okay, for that much time, that is known as a weaning period. Now, during the weaning period, the baby is given food which is deficient in proteins. Okay, if the baby is given food that is deficient in proteins, and instead of proteins, they're given a food that is high in carbohydrates or starch, then that leads to kwashiorkor. So what you should essentially see that the baby is given protein, substitute of protein should be given like dals and eggs, etc. If it happens when the mother stops breastfeeding, the mother's milk is rich in proteins. After weaning, the child is given a diet rich in carbohydrates like starch and poor in proteins. This is because the people over there they are not educated enough and they do not understand the the need of proteins. They do not understand what is the nutrients, okay, how the nutrients affect the growth of the child. So they give any food that is readily available, and instead of proteins they give carbohydrates and starch and other things. The suffering child may die before the age of 5 years, and if this is not brought to the notice of a doctor immediately, okay, the child might even die if not given the proper medical treatment for kwashiorkor. Now, what are the symptoms of Kwashiorkor? How will we understand the child is suffering from Kwashiorkor? Well, as you can see here in the picture, the child is suffering from Kwashiorkor. You can see what is characteristic is this protruding belly. Okay, the belly coming out, the skin getting dark and scaly. Okay, then the stunted growth. The child is not growing properly. There's a loss of appetite. The child doesn't feel hungry. Repeated diarrheas, okay, loose motions and vomiting, and enlarged liver and anemia. Anemia is deficiency of iron in the body. Edema of the feet and the face due to accumulation of water. Edema is like swelling. Swelling can happen either on the feet or on the face. Okay, due to accumulation of water in the tissues of the feet and the face. So this is a child suffering from kwashiorkor. You can get this for picture study also. Okay, now control and treatment. How do you control this and how do you treat this? The child suffering from kwashiorkor should be given a diet that is rich in proteins. Okay, now what does this diet should consist of? It should consist of pulses, milk, eggs, fish and meat. Okay, so here you have oats, sunflower seeds, fish, eggs, walnuts. Okay, all these are essentially all having high amount of protein. So any of these should be supplied to the child. Now, where is the occurrence of this disease? It is not often seen in the United States of America, but it is found in the sub-Saharan Africa and other countries having a limited supply of food. Okay, they might be having a problem due to drought or famine or some political unrest due to which the people are suffering and people are poor and uneducated. Okay, so it is mainly found in the African countries. Children who develop kwashiorkor may not grow or develop properly. Okay, there will be always some sort of deficiency in growth. Okay, stunted growth. Okay, their body doesn't grow to the maximum potential and may remain stunted for the rest of their lives. If left untreated, it can be life threatening also. It can even kill the child. So that we come to the end of kwashiorkor and we start with the second disease that we're going to study today. It's called marasmus. Now this also occurs in children below the age of 1 year. Okay, it is again caused through deficiency of proteins, but here there's additional deficiency of even fats and carbohydrates. Due to sudden stoppage of breastfeeding and diet poor in energy, giving foods like carbohydrate, fats and proteins. So the child is not only deprived of proteins in this case, but also deprived of fats and carbohydrates, which can cause this disease, marasmus. So now what are the symptoms of marasmus? As you can see, this child is suffering from marasmus. You can see very prominent here are his ribs. Okay, you can almost count his ribs. The body weight is less. Degeneration, which is resulting in a very weak body. The skin you can see has become folded. Okay, it becomes loosely folded. The thin face, thinning of the limbs. You can see the limbs have become thin. Retarded physical and mental growth. Okay, the child becomes retarded in not only physically but also mentally. And the ribs appear prominent. So these are the symptoms of marasmus. Now, how can it be treated? Again, a child can be given her a diet which is rich in proteins and also carbohydrates and fats. Now we shall study the differences between kwashiorkor and marasmus. Now kwashiorkor, it affects the children from 1 to 5 years. Now this affects the children up to 1 year of age. That is extremely small infants only. Due to deficiency of protein in our diet, and here it is due to deficiency of carbohydrates, proteins, fats in their diet. Edema of the legs and hands. As you saw, swelling is there in the legs and hands. In case of marasmus, there is no swelling. In fact, there is a thinning. Okay, the thinning of the limbs. The skin of the patients become dark and scaly. Here, there is no darkening of the skin, but it comes folded. Okay, no degeneration of the muscles, but here there is degeneration of the muscles with the body becoming very weak. Okay, so that's about the differences between kwashiorkor and marasmus. That's all for today, children. Thank you so much for viewing this video.